Hello, my name is El Haji Mamadundai. I'm an international student from Senegal, and this is my second semester at the Santa Rosa Junior College. So today I'm talking about the description, about what I learned about the three company that I did some research about the investment exercise. One of them is Walmart. So basically, Walmart have a huge share of the American grocery market. There are also an American multinational retail corporation, and they are an oligopoly firm. So, what I just learned is the Walmart is one of the largest retail corporation on the entire world, and from before before 1995 they were not in all the 50 states of the United States. Then the second firm that I'm talking about is Apple. And what is very interesting about the company that I found is everything started at 1969, where Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak become very friend. And at the end of the year 1971, they found an article talking about a blue box, which is a trick that allows them to use phone for free. Uh, and obviously, it was a fraud at that time, but they were young and they don't really care about that. But in 1972, Steve Jobs success to sell 200 copy at that time, and Steve Jobs sell it 500 piece. Then in 1973, Steve Wozniak was hired by HP, and after that, Steve Jobs convinced him to launch their own computer, and the first computer they made was in 1976, and Apple One was born at that time, and this technology in that time impressed many high tech club, and they finally find a way to sell around 50 units to a wholesaler for 500 piece. And after that, Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs convinced many investors to launch to launch their project. And the Apple Computer Incorporation was born in January 1977, and after that, another creation which make them really successful and make them millionaire was the Apple II, because with the Apple II they enter in the stock and start to become very successful with their project. So after talking about the second company, which was Apple, I will talk about my last company that I made some research, which is Nike. So Nike, what I found really interesting for them is their logo was designed for just $35 before by Caroline Davidson, and the slogan "Just Do It," which is actually internationally recognized, was inspired by serial killer Woods, who was called Gary Gilmore, and at that time that serial killer said, "Let's do it," before he was executed. And since that, I noticed that Nike sell more than 900 million items every single year. The company first name was Blue Ribbon Sports. This changed to Nike in 1971. And about the Air Jordan 1, uh, this shoes was made famous by the basketball player Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan at that time said that he don't really like the basic color, which was red and black. And in 2003, the popular footwear store, which called the Foot Locker, ceased to stock Nike more expensive range as they believe the price were too high. And about the question, what was the most important or useful thing you learned from doing this project? I can see many things, but the most important for me is not actually what they become, but what they come from. Because when you see some example of the Apple, like precisely the Steve Jobs, when he started, you can feel that there was not a question of money, but mostly a question of ambition, a goal, or a dream. Because when you see the example like Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak had the same passion about computer and technology and how they start, you can feel that something is on the way to be made, because this is not only a question of money. Certainly, actually, I think the goal may change, because from now to 1070, many things will change. But for somebody who want to make a project or a goal, you can you can feel that all of these examples are really inspiring at the beginning, and nobody must to make as a first goal the money, because this is not a question of that. Yeah, so actually this is one of the things that I really like by making this research. Thank you.